And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. The Lance going to throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He'll take it at the 42. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
97. Ready.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Packers at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready.
Play action this time with Love. He'll find the blower complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot here, third down and 11.
Go.
Love looking to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
2nd and 10. On the option right is Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. All that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it makes it hard to defend.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
On the double.
We're scoreless after 1. The The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Hunt will score. Touchdown, L.A. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set, ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Here we go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks up, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 3. Love with a give to Dillon. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw going into the hands of Williams. Touchdown, LA! Mike Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by John Johnson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Ready. Striker, 3-3.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Shrugs him off. 20. Still going. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Love now to pass on first down. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Up the middle, Jones powers through it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. An inside give to Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that was completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Caught by Cup. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Again, it's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds left on the clock. Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Throwing now is Lance.
This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. Going for it all. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Packers take over at 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set, ready.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down, Los Angeles.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Rams have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Nixon now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Ready.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Love.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Short throw, it's Higbee. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. And Lance now to throw.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete.
And Cup going to pick up a Rams first down as the tackle made down at the 33.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
There he goes left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now Lance wants to change him up. Swings this out for Hunt.
Touchdown, Rams.
Kareem Hunt.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Tanner Brown to kick off for the Rams.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Nixon now from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for him, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing,
Down the numbers. There he goes.
still on his feet.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
They get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Okay, ready?
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now Dillon on the inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Dillon.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal.
Anders Carlson for the Packers field goal. A 32-yard line.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And they will remain well behind. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
94 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
That is caught, and he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big 30-yard play on third.
Now Lance on the option right.
Solid effort by Jair Alexander there defensively.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown! Mike Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
But I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Ready.
Dillon, they tried the left side with him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. they've loosened up on defense. So don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Los Angeles, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.